write anything down because every time I started thinking about it, I would cry. So this is a happy time, and while I have you all in the room, boys and parents and coaches, having a child with special needs is a blessing. It really is a blessing because we as a family and Nicholas are surrounded by people like you who embrace his differences and love him for who he is, and I just can't thank you enough for making him feel like he's part of the team. You guys high-five him in the hallways, and you tell him what color hat to wear so he matches with everything. And we just really appreciate that. He loves being in the dugout with you all. I am a baseball mom. My kids, Nicholas had 2 older brothers, and my one son plays in college. I'm still a baseball mom. And this is just a wonderful, wonderful baseball family to be a part of. And I just wanted to thank all of you for embracing Nicholas. And boys, you rock. Right?
Before I bring up some of the coaches who started the awards, let me thank them because I get to be in front of you and give the speeches and talk to the media and things like that. But the guys that really make this thing go is my staff. So I want to thank a few people that are a big part of our staff here at Secretary. We're fortunate. I don't know if people really understand. I've been at other schools. I've been at private schools. And the system that we have here is just absolutely incredible. Our home support staff, and it's just absolutely incredible. It allows us to do the thing. So first, I'd like to thank Melissa Bourne, who's our if I can call her before 8 in the morning, she starts wondering what the heck's going on. But she cares about these guys and makes sure she stays on top of them. And it's just a huge asset that most schools don't have. So thank you, Melissa. Next, we were fortunate enough to bring in a trainer this year. Andy Hanley is here. Where's Andy? He's here. I saw him. Getting us bigger and stronger and getting us to that next level. We'll continue to improve. So thank you, Andy. A couple new guys to the staff this year. A guy that actually played for me my first year as a coach here at Cypress Bay and came out, just did a fantastic job. Josh Sirota, thank you. And another former player who honestly I had the utmost respect for. He was our Danielson MVP last year and had an injury and didn't play. And it's hard just coming right out of graduating high school to come back and coach guys and your friends. He did, I can't tell you how difficult that is. He did a tremendous job and we really appreciate everything. Nick Orlando. We brought in another new guy this year who obviously brought with him a great baseball pedigree. Great baseball background professionally and as far as a coach, and just did an absolutely phenomenal job with our junior varsity this year. And actually, going to be I'm bringing him up to the varsity to be with me next year. Angel Jaime, thank you. Also, hello. Next, Coach Gomez, Ken Gomez. Him and I have been together for multiple years. Valuable to have him with us. And our hitting coach this year, Luis Hernandez. the guy that was after I got off the phone with Manny when I took this job almost 4 years ago now, first phone call I made was to this guy. He's my brother. He's my right-hand man, Ozzy Duran. Next, another guy who came on my first year, and it's not easy coming on to a staff and when your son's on the team. But I tell you what, he was his toughest critic. There was no daddy ball. It was you know, he let me coach his son when I needed to coach his son, and when he needed to coach him, he coached him. And too bad, Kathy. I think you guys are staying with us for a long time. So, Hector, thank you so much. Hector, sorry, I got a great big staff. And Al's not here now. Al Schwab's not here tonight. He's out of town on a business conference. And he sends his best. And many of you heard he's stepping up to the varsity next year. Coach Coop came on 2 years ago. And again, we built a friendship. He's an alumnus of Cypress Bay. He cares about you guys more than you realize. Him and his beautiful wife over there are expecting another child. I don't know if I was allowed to say that. I saw it on Facebook. Congratulations to you too. You've always been part of our family, and thank you for everything you've given to us. At this time, I'm going to call up the junior varsity staff to present the recognition to the junior varsity roster.
I just like to say thank you to everybody, especially the booster group team, they be allowed to do this for the kids, all the parents that be with us the whole season, and after that, all the kids they be with us for the whole season. They worked so hard for me for the whole season, and I'm glad to be here with them. Okay, the first one I'm gonna call be Christian Ayanelo. Sebastian Bez. Andrew Brandonis. Alex Morar. Mario Cruiser. Rohan Dehan. Aaron Kat.
Picture of him and Ben having
Logan Peterson. Sebastian Moros.
No, he looks like the oldest out of us.
Joaquín Banquet. Jesús Pacheco. Eric Tovar. Do I miss anybody? Jonathan Vivas. Johnny Roach. Jorge Chose. Tyler Barber.
He's such a good kid.
Carlos González. Barrett Cruz. Jake Eisenman. Alex Sosa. Brandon Ortiz. Anybody else? And the last one, Eric Bolton.
Yes. Fun skate.
All right, can I get the varsity coaches come up? And love and support. Thank you. All right. So just for recognition, calling up some of the people from the varsity program. First, the first person did not try out, the first person did not ask to be a part of Cypress Bay baseball. She was just born into the wrong family. And so my younger daughter's here tonight, I'd like to recognize her. Elise Leotta. You're be shy? Come on. Thank you, Elise. Next, a young man that, again, teaches all of us about overcoming odds, Nick Villanueva. I'm going to bring the next two guys up together because they were a great tandem this year and really made the atmosphere at our field electric and exciting. They did just an absolutely phenomenal job in the announcing booth. Gabe Fester and Jeremy Jackson. Hector's accepting our Next guy brought us into the 21st century with his Twitter feeds, his live Twitter feeds, his all kinds of technological advances for us, helping us old guys out. Just did a great job with that, and that's James Sadowski. The next person I'm going to call up, I've been calling him our secret weapon for a few years, but people knew about him after he hit one off the scoreboard against Douglas. We're certainly going to miss him. Number one on our roster, Jake Schultz. Next young man, thank you, Jake. Next young man assumed the role of a specialist for us, came in and in situations for brief periods of time. It was effective, following some of the hard throwers we had. Just a tremendous job for us, getting some really big hitters out against some really good teams. Brandon Kumana, number 2. Next guy was kind of a jack of all trades for us. This guy, I don't know, we butted heads more than anyone I think I've been around, but it was only because he's so talented. He could hit. He would put on an absolute show some days at the field, watching him take batting practice. He hit a few balls in games that far too, and actually is turning into an amazing pitcher on the mound. Had Nova no hit for a long time, and he's going to do a lot of great things in this game. Christian Nels, number 3. Christian learned how to push my buttons a long time ago.
Oh, that's what he still learns from that.
Next guy's been pitching all the big games around here for, it seems like, the last 15 years, but it's only been a few years, but we sure is going to miss him. But you know what? Next year I don't think I'm going to have to look up as high to talk to the pitchers. So, but man, we're going to miss this guy, Grayson Fletcher. He's not here tonight, but I thought it was important to recognize the next guy on our roster who had went through an injury, went through a Tommy John surgery this past winter. And he's actually not here because he's taking some advanced college courses and he couldn't miss. And I think that's commendable, but he was a part of everything we did every day and was still dedicated even through his rehab. Al Ortiz. That wasn't Al. Next is a young man who came here, his first year here in our program as a senior, had lights out fall season for us, battled through like a 6-week injury, did get back in the mix at the end, and you know, we certainly just wish we had him a little bit longer, but we're glad we had him for the time we did. Jake Walker. This next young man, I'll use the word unique. He's unique. But, you know, we have several that fit in that category. But I tell you what, talk about a guy that, you know, we asked him to play multiple places, and yes coach, and he went out and he just goes 150 miles per hour, everything he does. And he's going to have a great year next year. Elliot Rodriguez. Next guy has been a starter for the last couple of years. He took on the challenge of changing positions, not just changing positions, but changing probably one of the hardest positions in the game. And he did it without batting an eye. And you know, we're just so fortunate to have this young man, Carlos Solidarity. It's funny how, when I look at this next young man's name, the word boo is in his name because he doesn't say much. But, you don't like the jokes. That's the amateur hour. But he'll run through a wall for you, he'll do whatever you say. And, you know, he's playing football now, so we're hoping that he comes through there unscathed and is going to have a big senior year. Andrew Bourne.
I know Jonathan, but I didn't know. Did that work? I don't know, you better be careful.
Max is a junior that's got big shoes to fill next year, but he does have, you know, I have a love affair with left-handed swings, but he's got a nice one. But he's got big shoes to fill next year, but we're hoping for big things from him. Fernando Cabral. The next guy, he proved the theory this year that you can hit a baseball wearing boxing gloves, because that's what he looked like he was doing in the batter's box with his hands all taped up. And what a battler for us, what a warrior, and we're going to miss him, Hector Lozada. Next, another junior that's got big shoes to fill, but when he's on, he's got a devastating break ball, and he certainly can step up and assume a pretty major role for us next year. And just a tremendous young man, tremendous character, Nick Maycutt. Next guy on our roster, a silent leader, but man, what a leader. And he's going to be really difficult to replace. Michael Moreno. Benny Boo Boo. Next, this guy had a monster, absolute monster here, however you want to look at it, statistically just off the charts. And he is quite a character. He's got the persona and the charisma to go along with the star role there, and we're just fortunate we got another year with him. Ben Rushing. It's a good thing we do have somebody charismatic and then we got some quiet guys around here. Man. Keep looking at them. That guy's quiet. That guy's quiet. This guy was quiet. I don't think it was till last year, briefly last year, that I heard him talk at all. That was his junior year. And then I didn't hear him much this year. But you know what? He let his playing talk for him. And the monster years he put together the last 3 years. Three consecutive years, all district team. That's Anthony Figueroa. This next guy's not quiet. Matter of fact, I think he's in position to take over for Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimball one day. He definitely has the wit and the persona to do that. And boy, did he have a good year for us. And we'll miss him. Brian Mano. Next young man, another kind of quiet guy. Sometimes he'll talk, but boy, he's got big shoes to fill next year, and he can motor when he gets them feet going, and he's had a big year for us. Jonathan Linder. Wrapping it up with quiet guys. Again, another junior. Our junior's got big shoes to fill next year. He's got an opportunity to step into some major opportunities, and we're just, again, looking forward to him next year. Carlos Cabrera. And again, we'll wrap our roster up here with a senior, but a very contagious smile, positive attitude, always was happy to be at the baseball field, and we're certainly going to miss his spirit, Freddie Torres. That concludes our rosters recognition, and there were plenty of guys that played both varsity, JV throughout the year, because that's basically how we won the program. But we do want to recognize at this time some special awards, young men that, and this is not that somebody did something better than. Let me rephrase that. This isn't that somebody was so much better and everybody else was less. These were difficult choices. I don't think most of them were not unanimous choices. Most of these awards were voted on by the coaching staff. If there was a tie, I broke the tie. But again, all but one of the awards on each side were voted on by the coaches. And we added one award this year, a players award for junior varsity and varsity, that the players voted for and elected that recipient. But again, this is not, we get to these awards, I used to be kind of hesitant on, naming MVPs or recognizing just a few people. But you know what? It is important when somebody's gone above and beyond the call, or had just a spectacular season, that they should be recognized. And again, this does not take away from the efforts and contributions of everybody in the team, but certainly these young men are worthy of this recognition.
guy probably was the guy with he don't make the thing in the fall, but this guy worked so hard during the off season, and he came back for the spring season. He did so good to us. He improved like in every aspect of the game. This guy is Cristian Ayanelo. This player, I think probably is one of the hard workers that we have like in the whole season. He came every day to work hard for us and give it 100%. No matter if he was failing or what, but he always give it 100%. This is like coaching award. This is for Brandon Ortiz. This player, when the season starts, probably I don't even think that he's gonna get so many at bat that he gets. But I saw this player like working every single day in the field, inside private, even in regional park, every single day. For me, that was the best offensive player we have that year was Sebastian Benz. This player, I think he spent like the whole fall without pitching. He came to the spring like with a new attitude. For us, was like the most improved pitcher that we have to. Tyler again. This one is like the one that everybody was like for all the thing because it was every day in the field like give it 100% and everybody loved it. Tyler Goldberg. Thank you.
This is great. This is great. I have to tell you, I see all the other coaches, either at coaches of other sports in Cyprus or coaches that I'm friends with across the county, and I see pictures of their banquet, cafeteria, the goat corral, Marvin Park. So to do it this way, I mean, this is the way it should be. So. Again, this first award. Again, we waited until they get into the high school, into the varsity level to recognize this, because like like at bats, the more at bat, like a batting average, the more at bats you get, the harder it is to keep the batting average up. Well, the same goes for your grade point average. This young man is way above 5. He's one of the smartest people in this room. Definitely smarter than any of the coaches up here. I just thought it was important for us to recognize our 2017 academic all-star, Nick Maycutt. This next award is our Coaches Award. It's, again, the guy that just goes about his business, not complaining about things. And, there's a few positions on the field that affect your at-bats. And so when you're going to play those positions, it's going to affect your ability to be a productive offensive player, too. He didn't care. He didn't bat an eye at that. And he switched positions around late November. And again, never complained, and he did a damn good job at playing shortstop. And we were very fortunate for Carlos Salaberry. Our next special award is for Most Improved Player for the 2017 season. Again, I hope we all improved, coaches and players alike, but this young man, we just felt went leaps and bounds in his ability to play the game. And another guy that played multiple positions. He played second base, played shortstop, played third base. He played the outfield. Again, everything he does is Mach 5. He's completely the guy that his effort leads to his improvement. Elliot Rodriguez. Next award is for our top defensive award, and again, he's been manning our outfield for multiple years. It's going to be really difficult to replace. Not just his physical, athletic abilities, but the type of young man he is. Anthony Figueroa. This next award is for our top offensive award for the varsity. Again, statistically speaking, absolutely phenomenal numbers. Again, we're sure hoping he can duplicate those next year. Ben Rushing. award, I'm going to give the mic over to Coach Cooper.
Good evening. One of the perks of being the pitching coach, I get to give out the 2 awards. There's not many perks in this position, but this is a good one, I guess. Before I start, I just want to talk really quick, and I want to follow in Wayne's shoes here. I want to thank my wife over there for allowing me to coach the last 2 years here at Cypress Bay. I know Coach Daddy already spilled the beans, but we are expecting our second child, and a baby girl. So we're excited about that. I also wanted to address one other thing, and that was, to the contrary of what Coach Daddy told me every day, every game in the dugout, he did not fire me this time, okay? We had a mutual conversation, and I explained to him my circumstances, and he agreed. I hope to stay around the program, even though I won't be the pitching coach, but the pitchers, you guys are in great hands with Coach Schwab. So now I'm going to give out the 2 awards, the top pitchers award. Yes. So this award is actually, there's 2 recipients of it, and it was hard to pick between the 2, but both of them deserved it. And anytime you needed someone to come in and do the job, these guys were always there, willing to do it. First award goes to the top pitcher, Grayson Fletcher. The other pitcher we want to honor tonight, Brian Manor.
The next award, again, this is a new award. Tyler Goldberg won this on the junior varsity, as Coach Angel had mentioned. This is a players award. What that means is the players, their teammates elected these young men. And I think that, to me, when your peers select you for something, it's special. And after the vote, this was almost unanimous. The players award, first ever on varsity. Michael Moreno. Sorry, my ex-wife was calling. She was. Anyway, so I like that joke. All right, a few years ago, a few few years ago, we retooled the Most Valuable Player Award. We redefined the Most Valuable Player Award after a young man had taught me, myself, and this whole program an immense lesson in life. And that was Daniel Smith. And it's become a tradition, and I hope it becomes a tradition. I hope it continues year after year after year that Daniel comes and presents this award. So at this time, I'd like to call Daniel Smith up. Daniel will present this year's recipient of the Daniel Smith Award. Again, they get the bust. They also, their name is on our plaque that this year hung in my classroom. Next year I'm going to try to get put in the main office. So maybe Ms. Bourne can help me with that. Daniel Smith.
Good evening, Lightning family. I stand before you as a proud member of this baseball family. Before I continue, I want to congratulate you all on a great season. To the seniors, I hope you all take this in. I hope you all take this all in and enjoy what an amazing family you are a part of, and cherish the memories of these past 4 years. To those that won awards already tonight, congratulations and job well done. But tonight I am here to present this year's Daniel Smith MVP Award to a player that is not only a great athlete and leader on the field, but off the field as well. When I first showed up at tryouts my freshman year, I walked onto the field, and the first thing I noticed was that everyone was properly equipped, everyone except for me. Okay, I thought to myself, this is it. It's a sign that I was not supposed to be here. What was I thinking? I am not prepared. Just turn back now. And then several of the players greeted me with a big hello, and I knew this was something I wanted to be a part of. For the next 4 years, this team became my family. I was not the fastest or the strongest. I couldn't hit a ball out of the infield or throw someone out stealing home, but no one treated me any different. I learned over those 4 years that as much as we wanted that shot at being district and region champs, and that in sport that champion ring, that in the end, it didn't matter what the score was at the end of the game. It didn't matter how many wins or losses we had that season. What really mattered was how we picked ourselves up and prepared and carried ourselves for what was next. We learned this from the coaches, and I want to thank specifically Coach Leotti. Being a role model to us all on how to conduct ourselves both on and off the field. So what does it mean to be an MVP? Some say it's based on statistics like who had the most hits, the most runs, or the lowest ERA. But here at the Bay, it's more than that. Being an MVP means it's not only about skill, but who contributes the most to the team. It is about team spirit and being fully engaged, even if you're not in the lineup that game. It is about doing the things you love to do, even on days when you don't feel like doing them. In the words of baseball legend James Abbott, one of the beautiful things about baseball is the history. So, as not to drag this out any longer, this year's recipient of the Daniel Smith MVP Award goes to Hector Lazar!
Thank you, Daniel. At this time, this is the time of the night that we'd like to, once again, just take a special moment to recognize our seniors, recognize their contributions. Again, everybody in this room knows the sacrifice to go to play high school sports, the long practices and the games, and you know, the charity work and the field days and digging holes and planting trees and all the other stuff we do, as well as maintaining the grade point average and getting in some absolutely amazing schools. So it's only fitting that we just take a brief moment to, once again, individually recognize our seniors and present them with their senior gift, which as you've seen up here, is their blue alternate jersey that's been framed, and hopefully it's something that they will cherish for a very long time. But even more than the jersey, that they cherish the memories, the friends, and the time that they had here at the Banquet. First up, Jake Schultz. Again, as I mentioned, Jake was sort of our secret weapon until people found out he wasn't. But I remember meeting Jake when he was in middle school, and Jake, we love you, we're going to miss you. Again, this next guy, as I mentioned before, you knew how to push my buttons, and there were times that we butted heads, but it was always because wrong number. We butted heads, but again, it was because he was just hard at it. So. But again, just tremendous shoes to fill, and just a great high school career here at the Bay. Christian Nels.
There's Christian. These are being pictures.
I had an opportunity to bench Christian almost every year, and when I would, he would mumble to me under his breath, and then of course at some point in the game I'd get him in, you know, like clockwork, he'd come up with a big hit, and he'd always remind me about it. So. All right, next senior. Again, this guy's been pitching big games for us. Like I said, it seems like forever. And it's going to be different next year. It's going to be odd when we're playing the Flanagans and the West Browards of the world, and not having number 5 on the mound. It's going to be different. But he also taught me that trying to put a eye video together using the Ken Burns effect doesn't work when you're 6'5". We're certainly, again, we're going to miss this guy, Grayson Fletcher. Again, our next senior was new to the program. He battled through an arm injury early in the year, but it didn't take him long to find a home here. And that's the wonderful thing about our young men is they're so welcoming. And hopefully Jake knows that even though his stay was short, he is forever one of the Cypress Bay boys. He's a Bay boy for life. And we wish we had more time with you, but we're certainly fortunate we had this year. Jake Walker. Again, this next guy, I certainly was thrilled to death to see a catcher finally get the Daniel Smith Award. And again, like I said, I've never seen a catcher go through the year get more foul balls off him. We didn't cheer, but we were relieved when one of the balls hit the umpire because it wasn't Hector. And he just did everything we asked for his career here. Changed positions at one point, and just like I said, he looked like a boxer with his hands taped up, fingers going in weird ways, bruises all over his body. You still got that bruise? Did it never go away? The ankle one? So everything just certainly going to be hard to replace and forever in our hearts. But we're keeping your dad. After was again.
You give him an award, he wants to give everybody.
Again, so our next senior, as I mentioned, a quiet leader. But again, boy, has he led us the last couple of years. Big at bats. He might have set it, I have to look it up, he might have set a record for walks in the season this year too. But again, it says something when your peers recognize you and your leadership ability and your, that certainly hope that somebody steps up and replaces his spot lineup. But even more important to this team is somebody stepping up and replacing the character that he's brought every single day, Michael Moreno. Our next senior, as I mentioned before, has been 3 consecutive years all-district team. He's been, roaming our outfield and running our bases since his sophomore year, and just huge shoes to fill. But not only with the physical, he's put up some monster numbers. but his leadership, his friendship to his teammates is immeasurable. Anthony Figueroa.
You begged me 3 years ago to wear my number.
Our next senior has promised to put me in one of his rap songs. Give me a line, give me some lyrics, so I have a credit to my name. Oh, I want to do that someday. So he's actually very talented with his artistic ability, but .90 ERA this year. I mean, he just shoved me. He was lights out when we put him in the game and against all the top teams that we played. And but it's just been not only has he been a tremendous pitcher for the last 4 years at Cypress Bay in our program, but just the guy that shows up and sometimes it's not all sunshine and rainbows, and he would show up and say something funny and get the guys laughing and get our minds off of our troubles. And we're going to miss all of that, not just the pitching. Brian Mann.
That's how it should be, yeah, the whole time.
And our last senior, again, just that contagious smile. He came in last year and just a well-liked young man. And I'll always remember, no matter what I was saying, if I was yelling at him or if I was giving him a compliment, his reply was always, "Okay, coach." Freddie Torres. The last thing about the seniors, and again, we can say all the things that they're great young men, and they are great young men of character, and not only just great athletes, but student athletes going to some great colleges, even UF, and that's all I had to. But they're great friends. These guys, that's what, if we can replicate that with our senior classes each year, these guys, the bond, the friendship that they had, that's what made this such a difficult time of saying goodbye, because they have that. But you guys will always have that friendship, and I'm certainly blessed to get to witness that. At this time, before Wayne wraps up, I'll be signing off, but Melissa Barton has something to present.
I promise to be quick. First of all, parents, I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of these guys' lives, all of them from the 9th graders up to the 12th graders. They've each been in my office, and You have raised wonderful young men, and I thank you all for having that pleasure. I was unable to present this at Senior Awards because it was like 26 hours long, for those of you who were there. So there's a scholarship out there called Goldie's Gang, who, if any of you know Steve Goldstein, he has that award from the hockey team. So this award is presented to Grayson Fletcher. Pay for like food or college or books. So.
I just want to say what a wonderful night and thank all of you for coming out here and supporting Cypress Bay Baseball. For those of you who are not going to return, we hope to see you out here supporting us, even though your kids will be off in college. Have a great night. We'll see you next year, and have a safe ride home. Thank you.